Before you take a single shot of Ozempic, Zepbound, any of these, there are people who should never take them. And if nobody took a real history from you, nobody checked. This is part 3 of everything I tell my patients. Part 1, what this medication actually is. Part 2, the dose and the shot, both linked below. Today, the hard stops, Semaglutide or Tirzepatide, the head-to-head with the real numbers, and the part nobody prepares you for. What happens when you actually hit your goal weight? I prescribe these every day. I take one myself. Let's get into it. Now the part that matters more, which one you pick. These are not for everybody. If you or anyone in your family has had medullary thyroid cancer or a syndrome called MEN2, you do not take these. That's not a caution, that's a hard no. Same conversation if you had pancreatitis or if you're pregnant or trying to be. And the real risk, not the sulfur burps, are pancreatitis, gallbladder problems, and getting dehydrated enough to hurt your kidneys. That is why somebody licensed takes your history before you ever get a prescription and a medication. And if you ever get severe stomach pain that won't let up, stop and call somebody that day. Get seen and get checked. Now let me put all of that in perspective, because I just gave you the scary list, and you deserve the other half. This class of medication has been around for over 20 years, 2 decades of people taking it, and it's still here. It has not been pulled off the shelf, and I take it myself. Beyond diabetes and beyond weight loss, Ozempic, Semaglutide carries approval on the heart and on the liver. Zepbound Mounjaro, Tirzepatide, carries one for sleep apnea. And there's real research happening right now on some other things, on chronic inflammation, on addiction, even on longevity. That's being studied, it's not settled, and it's not the reason I put anybody on this today. So, is it safe? The track record is real. But safe for you? That's a different question. And it's the one that actually matters. That's what screening is for. That's why somebody goes through your history before you ever start. So the question everybody asks, so which one should I take? On the head-to-head trials, Tirzepatide won on average, roughly 20% of body weight versus about 14% from Semaglutide. One study, both medication, same rules, 72 weeks. It's called Surmount-5. It's linked below, read it yourself. Now, that is not double, it's a real gap. 6, maybe 7 percentage points. The distance between 20 and 14, not 6 or 7% more weight. 2 completely different things. And the gap is an average. Trial reports averages, and you are not an average. Inside that same study are Semaglutide patients who lost more than a typical Tirzepatide patient. An average tells you where the whole group finished, not where your body will. And there is a second scoreboard nobody talks about. What else each one is approved to do. Tirzepatide carries an approval for obstructive sleep apnea. That's when your breathing stops and starts while you sleep. Semaglutide carries approvals on the heart and liver side. So bring your whole problem list. Every condition you're treated for, not just a number on the scale. So here's my actual answer. Start with the one you can afford for a year. The medication you can stay on beats the one you can't. And if you're already on one and it's working, stay on it. Don't let a video, including this one, talk you into switching off something that's working. Step 6, know what to do around it. The medication is not the plan. The medication makes the plan possible. Let me be straight with you about what this is. You're doing the shot, but it's still diet and exercise. It's not going to magically make the pounds disappear every week. That's not what it does. What it does is help you control your portions and change your eating habits. And that, the habits, is what carries you into maintenance. When you finally hit your goal weight, diet and exercise are still the foundation. They don't go away. This is still a calorie deficit. That's what takes the weight off, and that's what keeps it off. The medication just makes that deficit easier to hold. So what you do eat has to carry more. Protein first every meal, because when you lose weight, fast without it, some of what you lose is muscle, and you don't want that. Water more than you think. A lot of people call the side effects is just dehydration riding along with you. You don't have to become an athlete. Do a triathlon, walk, and 2 days a week, put some resistance. Protein plus resistance is how you keep the muscles while the fat comes off. I'll tell you the worst version of this I've seen. Had a patient, first day after his shot, went to a buffet, ate like he always did, plate after plate, except his stomach was already slower now from the shot. So all that food just sat there and he felt like he'd throw up. And he did throw up. He said it was the worst experience he ever felt. Headache, miserable feeling the whole night, but it was just temporary. And it passes. But he never forgot that moment when he did that. So the next time he sat down to a full plate, he didn't even finish it. The medication taught him the lesson. His stomach used to just ignore it. 9 times out of 10, it's not the medication, it's how you're taking it. How fast you moved, up the dose, what you're eating, how much water you're drinking. Fix those 3 first. Other than that, the 2 we hear about the most, the side effects of diarrhea and constipation. And honestly, the biggest side effect of this medication is losing weight. That's kind of the whole point, and if it still won't settle, tell your provider. Don't just quit and disappear. Step 7, know what happens when you get there. Nobody prepares you for this part. You hit your goal weight, and then what? Because if you stop and nothing else changed, the food noise comes back, roaring back. The fullness goes away, and your appetite goes right back to where it was. Part of that is a hormone called ghrelin. If you've been overweight for a long time, you have fat cells that are already primed to tell your brain to get that weight back by making you hungrier and pushing you to eat it back. That's your whole body fighting you. That's not failure, that's biology. And it is the medication no longer being in your body. So there is a maintenance phase. I'm on one right now, and here's the instinct almost everybody has. When you hit your goal weight, you stop. I get it. Most people would, but I stayed on. I still am, because stopping isn't the smart move. You already know why. I just told you. Ghrelin doesn't just clock out because you hit your goal weight. You give your body time to reset, and you stay in line with the medication until it actually stabilizes. Ghrelin, maintenance, all of it. That's a whole video by itself, and it's coming. Subscribe and you'll get it. But know that it exists, because going in thinking, I'll take this for 6 months and be done, that's the #1 reason people gain the weight back. One more thing, and then I'll let you go. Losing weight is not easy. I'm not gonna stand here and tell you it is. Without these medications, it's brute and force, and willpower only carries you so far. That's not a character flaw, that's just how it goes. What these medications do is make it doable. Not effortless, doable. So if you're on one, stay with it. Take it the way it was prescribed. Stay committed. It's not easy, but it can be done. I did it, and I watched a lot of people do it. This medication can do what it's supposed to do. It's here, use it. Don't lose it, you got it. I'm Dr. Lee, I'll see you in the next one.